It is a miserable state of mind to have few things to desire and many things to fear. I had rather believe all the fables in the legend, in the Talmud, and the Alquran, than that this universal frame is without a mind. I usually accept bribes from both sides, so that tainted money can never influence my decision. You cannot teach a child to take care of himself unless you will let him try to take care of himself. He will make mistakes, and out of these mistakes will come wisdom. Nuptial love makes mankind. Friendly love perfects it, but wanton love corrupts and debases it. You read not to contradict and confute, nor to believe and take for granted, but to weigh and consider. The greatest trust between man and man is the trust of giving counsel. You will have the best sex of your life if you tell a woman you hate her. Fortune is like the market, where many times, if you can stay a little, the price will fall. Nay, number itself in armies importeth not much, where the people is of weak courage. For as Virgil saith, it never troubles the wolf how many the sheep be. In taking revenge, a man is but even with his enemy, but in passing it over, he is superior. Prosperity discovers vice, adversity discovers virtue. There is a difference between happiness and wisdom. He that thinks himself the happiest man is really so, but he that thinks himself the wisest is generally the greatest fool. Hope is a good breakfast, but it is a bad supper. Good fame is like fire. When you have kindled it, you may easily preserve it, but if you extinguish it, you will not easily kindle it again. It's not what we eat, but what we digest that makes us strong. Imagination was given to man to compensate him for what he is not, a sense of humor to console him for what he is. Some books should be tasted, some devoured, but only a few should be chewed and digested thoroughly. If a man will begin with certainties, he shall end in doubts. But if he will be content to begin with doubts, he shall end in certainties. Write down the thoughts of the moment. Those that come unsought for are commonly the most valuable. Riches are for spending, and spending for honor and good actions. Therefore, extraordinary expenses must be limited by the worth of the occasion. Let the mind be enlarged to the grandeur of the mysteries, and not the mysteries contracted to the narrowness of the mind. Reading maketh a full man, conference a ready man, and writing an exact man. Truth can never be reached by just listening to the voice of an authority. Age appears best in four things: old wood to burn, old wine to drink, old friends to trust, and old authors to read. Money is a great servant, but a bad master. There be 3 degrees of this hiding and veiling of a man's self. The first, closeness, reservation, and secrecy. The second, dissimulation in the negative. The third, simulation in the affirmative. The layman who keeps the right road outstrips the runner who takes the wrong one. A false friend is more dangerous than an open enemy. Silence is a sleep that nourishes wisdom. A little science estranges a man from God. A lot of science brings him back. Nothing opens the heart like a true friend, to whom you may impart grief, joys, fears, hopes, and whatever lies upon the heart. He that hath wife and children hath given hostages to fortune, for they are impediments to great enterprises, either of virtue or mischief. It is a sad fate for a man to die, too well known to everybody else, and still unknown to himself. A little philosophy inclineth man's mind to atheism, but depth in philosophy bringeth men's minds about to religion. In one and the same fire, clay grows hard, and wax melts. Time is like a river, in which metals and solid substances are sunk, while chaff and straw swim upon the surface. A wise man will make more opportunities than he finds. Wonder is a seed of knowledge. Believe not much of them that seem to despise riches, for they despise them that despair of them. Books are true friends that will never flatter nor dissemble. Be you but true to yourself, and you shall need no other comfort. Envy is ever joined with a comparison of a man's self, and where there is no comparison, no envy. The general root of superstition, namely that men observe when things hit and not when they miss, and commit to memory the one, and forget and pass over the other. Beauty itself is but the sensible image of the infinite. In order for the light to shine so brightly, the darkness must be present.